My name is Chloe, and today I'm here to talk about my June favorites. So if you have not seen one of these videos, this is just a video, a casual kind of chatty video where I share all of my favorite things from June. So my favorite thing that I read, listened to, watched, ate, did, all these kind of things. I just want to talk about them and share them and see if you guys agree or if you have any favorites that you want to share. So let's just get into it. So this is a book channel, so let's start with books. My favorite book that I read in June was Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Sinner. I just thought this was so great. I talked about it in the vlog, so I won't go too much into this, but this is about a girl who decides to, her husband leaves her, and so she decides to go on this like kind of wilderness group hike thing. It's like a survivalist thing to try to prove that she can and also to try to like toughen herself up. And so she goes, and lo and behold, her brother's best friend, who she cannot stand, goes with her. And so this is a brother's best friend romance, kind of an enemies to lovers, but not really enemies, because he is always kind of pined for her, which I love. Like, I love that when he is like constantly pining for her and he's so patient with her, and like she's just kind of a jerk, but he takes it. And I know that's not for everybody, like that trope, but it's also brother's best friend, which is another thing I really like. And so they spend this time at the wilderness. There's some like dual caretaking going on that I really like, and I just thought this was great. It was a 5-star, and you guys know I am stingy about my 5 stars, so definitely pick this one up from her backlist if you have not read it before. Next is my favorite thing that I listened to. So I listened to the Full Bloom podcast. And this, okay, tell me, you guys, how do you do when you discover a new podcast? What do you do? Do you listen to the most recent episodes? Do you listen to just jump around, whatever meets your fancy? Or do you, like me, go all the way back to the beginning and try to binge every episode? Because I do that. And I don't know why. I mean, I just do that. I have to do it. And so this one is, so my point in saying that is that I'm not super far into it, and I'm definitely pretty far behind. So this book, though, or this podcast, is about how to raise body positive children in this world that is so, like, there's so much weight stigma and just so diety. Diet culture is so rampant. How to raise your kids in a way that doesn't impact them as much. And I just think, as the mom of girls, but as the mom of kids in general, I think it's really helpful to think, and some of it is kind of basic, but just reminders of like how to guard your kids from that, especially if you do have kids that are living in larger bodies or anything like that, how to really make your home a safe space, and how to just kind of prepare them as much as possible for the world that we live in, and how to make your home a safe spot. And so I really am enjoying it and would definitely recommend it. Next is my favorite thing that I watched. And you guys, I'm almost like ashamed to talk about this because it is Paramount Plus. Are we shocked that I got Paramount Plus and I'm obsessed? No, because this is like 90s nostalgia, early 2000s nostalgia. Like, it is just so good, you guys. So I got it on, there's like a 30-day trial, because I told myself, I said, you cannot get another TV subscription service. You just can't. We have Hulu, but we share with my sisters, so it's actually my sisters. We have Netflix. We have Amazon Prime. And we don't watch that much TV, so it does not make sense. The only ones I really care about are Hulu, but that's my sister's, and Friendly, which I have. So we have said, if we like Paramount Plus, we're going to cancel Netflix. But that's neither here nor there. So I got this as a trial, and I fell down a rabbit hole, and I fell down really, really hard, you guys. So I was a child of the late 90s, early 2000s, and like that, I was born in the late 80s. Yikes. Anyway, so I was a young kid growing up then. So I found a show called Allegra's Window. You guys, if you remember this from your childhood, like, I forgot. If you would have just said that, like, I don't know if I would remember, but seeing it, I remember every single thing. So that, and Clarissa Explains It All. And then also on Paramount Plus, they do CBS coverage. And the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs, they play on CBS almost always. And so I'm like really trying to convince Jeremy to cancel Netflix and keep Paramount, because last year we had to do like, we paid for CBS All Access for the fall, and that was silly. So if we just keep Paramount, it's a good amount. It's like $4.99 a month for the basic, and then $9.99 a month, I think, for the premium or whatever. But yeah, so Paramount Plus, I mean, if you need another subscription service, check it out. But I would say it is better than a lot if you are a late 20s, early 30s or really just any age person. I think it's great. And they have the Rugrats reboot if you're into that. They just have a lot of different great things. Next is my favorite product. So, my favorite product is Ruffle Butts swimsuits. So, if you have not seen these are kids' swimsuits that are SPF 50, and they cover their arms for the most part. You can get all sorts of different amounts of coverage for them, but we have had them since Ainsley was a little tiny baby, and now Annie is in Ainsley's, and Ainsley wants matching ones, and so now I got her a matching one that was like the same, but she is almost 4. Well, no, she's not almost 4. She's 3. But she's like in a 3T, 4T, and they no longer make the snaps at the bottom of the one pieces, and you guys, that was a mess. This summer has been terrible taking a wet swimsuit, a wet one piece off of a kid, especially with sleeves and everything, trying to get that back on. So I looked, and they also make 2 pieces and that are still like the long full coverage, but yeah, and it's been so great. And my husband is a very pale and pasty individual. I say that like he just has fair skin. Let's just say that. I am, on the other hand, tan pretty easily. And our girls, I think, are somewhere in the middle. I think they take more after me, but I really feel good putting them in these Ruffle Butts swimsuits, just to make sure they have that SPF protection to protect their skin. And yeah, so that is my favorite thing. My favorite thing that I made or ate was HelloFresh. So the meals in general were pretty good. They were not like the best thing I ever ate, but they were good. And I've only tried 2, but I just love meal delivery services. And this is one that I got to try because Steph from Steph's Romance Book Talk uses them. And so she had a promo code, so we got to try it for pretty cheap. And just not having to think about dinner. And one of the meals was better than the other, but there was definitely great options. We are dairy-free and meat-free. We do eat eggs, so I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly the lingo, I don't know, vegetarian without dairy as well. So the options, like one option did fit that, and then the other one, we got some cheese that we just had to not use. So they've got good options for everybody, and I would definitely say HelloFresh. We've tried a few different meal delivery services because, like I said, it's just so convenient, especially like I think I've said before, if you know somebody about to have a baby, send them that because that is really great and they can pick what they like and it's really easy. So HelloFresh is definitely one of the better ones. I would definitely recommend it. The last 2 things are my favorite things I did and my mom hack. So the favorite thing that I did is sort of a mom hack, but not really. It's pretty common sense. We have been hitting up all of the school playgrounds because it's summer, there's no kids there, and the playgrounds are open, and my kids are like mind blown new parks because in the spring and the fall, we just kind of do a park circuit. And right now we live in a relatively small town where there's 5 maybe good parks, and so we just kind of rotate through them. Well, now this summer, they're like, mind blown. Here's all these other parks, and they just are loving it. So my only complaint is they don't have baby swings because they don't have babies at schools. But otherwise, like the kids are loving it, and they feel like we're in a new town. And so it's just seeing that excitement stuff. It's fun, and it is fun for me because it's a change of scenery. And school parks are almost always like dead. So I went one day, and I don't even think I was wearing a bra, you guys. I was wearing like a cami with a tank, a situation, but like you don't have to worry about. Sometimes like we go, there's one park that is better than the rest in our town, and so we would go, and like every time you're there you see everybody and your mom, so you like have to like kind of be presentable, and or I feel that pressure to kind of be presentable. I don't know, anyway, that's a different conversation. So school parks. And then my mom hack is also kind of my favorite thing I did. Annie turned 1 this month. So you guys have been with me since pregnancy and all of the many ups and downs of Annie. And so she turned 1 in June. And you guys, I didn't do a party. I didn't do a party at all. I kind of did. I mean, no, I didn't. But I had people, like our family over. We have a blow-up pool. It was just Ainsley and Annie and our family kind of. And like we did birthday cake at dinner. But it was just so low-key, you guys. And I have set the bar so low with both of my kids that I just feel like if you guys, I love Pinterest. You guys know I'm a Pinterest mom. I am all about the crafty stuff and the activities. But I have really had to hold myself back from doing birthday parties because once you've set the bar, there's an expectation, and I just don't want to do that until I have to. So Ainsley just turned 3 in January, at the very end of January, and throwing a birthday party in January is significantly less fun than throwing one in June when you can have everything outside. So yeah, I was just really proud of myself for not like giving in and doing like a themed party or anything, because they're not expecting it. They both had great time and we had a great time, and it was just low key. So the expectation for birthdays is low. So those of you who do like elaborate first, second birthdays, props to you. I think it's awesome. I think they're so fun, but I also think they're probably more for the parents than the kids. And then you have to do it every year. So I'm going to wait. Ainsley will start preschool soon. And so then she'll start going to friends' birthday parties and things. And I think she'll get, like, I'll have to jump up my game a little bit. But keeping the bar low is a good thing for me. So those are all of my June favorites. Let me know what is the best thing you read, listened to, watched. If you have little kids especially, share all your summer activities and hacks and things that you are doing, because by golly, days are long and hot. So if you've got anything, send it my way. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you in the next one.